In the studio, I think I'm gonna plug up today and jam out while the catalyst is still here. Let's turn this baby on. Oh, come on! Good morning, string picking guys and gals. Well, I guess it would be probably afternoon or whatever time it is in your world. Welcome back once again to Obscene Studios. How did you like the new logo? I had a logo for the studio here that I put in every one of my videos. Usually it's like right down in the corner, but now look what we got. We got a channel logo down in the corner that I created. So that's going to be the logo for a while. I'm bad about changing my mind, so I don't know if I'm going to keep that. You guys let me know if you like it, if you like the intro, if you think I might do anything different or anything like that. Well, from the intro, today we're going to talk about noise gates. I have two budget noise gates here for you musicians out there that has an amp that has a lot of noise when you turn the gain up. Our last video, we discovered that the Line 6 Catalyst has an onboard noise gate that works really well. I was very surprised at that noise gate. I thought that it was a really cool thing that they would offer on an amplifier like this. And truthfully, when I first heard it, before I even knew, I was kind of disappointed in the amplifier. However, it wasn't like a deal breaker. It was one of those things to where I thought, well, a noise gate would quieten that down. Or I could just dial it back to the crunch setting, add a little gain there, and kind of get rid of that noise. But after discovering I had the onboard noise gate, I thought to myself, not every amp offers that. Not every amp. So there are some of you out there that maybe has an amp that has a lot of noise to it. Maybe there is something like the Lakato Cube Baby, this little pedal right here. If you run this through headphones, you get a lot of noise if you run high gain on this. So in order to quieten that down, you can use a noise gate, a noise filter, a noise suppressor, ever what you want to call it, ever what the company wants to call it. So today we are looking at two. We are going to look at the Rowin Noise Gate and we're going to look at the Kmise Noise Gate. I bought the Kmise pedal for my son before we ever discovered that there was an onboard noise gate with this amplifier. So then I thought, well, he could use that and he can enjoy the high gain because he listens to stuff that's a whole lot heavier than what I listen to, and it requires a lot of high gain. So I bought that for him. I bought the Rowin Noise Gate for myself because I think that there might be a time where I might need it. Have I needed it so far? Not really. I've not really needed it so far. The only thing that gives out a lot of noise in this studio is this right here. And I am getting another one of these. This absolutely the worst condenser mic I have ever used in my entire life. Too much noise. You'll see that here in a little bit. I try to filter out a lot of that in post, but it comes through really bad when I'm editing, and I have to do something about that every time. So we got another microphone that's probably going to be showing up here in just a week or so, and it's going to replace that condenser mic altogether. Done with that one. Absolutely done. So let's plug you guys in let's show you what this amplifier sounds like when there is no noise gate turned on, and let's shoot out these two pedals, one pedal at a time, and I will do the stats and the pricing up on the screen so you guys can see exactly what they cost, the features that they do, and the overall price point to kill that noise that you're having to deal with. Okay, guys, this is the setup. We have the Rowin Noise Gate here, and we have the Kmise Noise Gate here. We are on the bass pedal board. However, all of the other pedals are bypassed. Nothing is going through these pedals at all except for my guitar straight into the Line 6 Catalyst 60 watt. And we are mic'd on the Catalyst with an SM57. The gain is not turned up on that mic. It is about 2 inches to the left of the cone and about 1.5 inches out. Right now, you're only hearing a little bit of noise coming from my condenser mic. Let me turn on the amp. Isn't that insane? That is an insane amount of noise. That's a crazy amount of noise. So we're going to turn the threshold all the way down. Now, the Rowin Noise Gate is on. We're going to turn the threshold up. There's 8, 9, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, and it is doing absolutely nothing. Okay, take 2. Seems like the noise gates don't work at all going right into the front of the amp, because I guess it has the onboard noise gate already, so it would not work at all going through the front of the amp. However, I have hooked it up through the effects loop, which this thing has an awesome effects loop. I was thoroughly impressed, because I have had to hook up my ultimate drive pedal, and I've got the overdrive up here, the TS808 and the TS9, which is switchable between the two, and a blues driver. So we are getting this sound. That is what we're dealing with right now. You can hear the noise in that, and so yeah, it's still got a lot of noise, even though I've had to really crank up some high gain through the distortion, overdrive, and the blues drive together. We are going to try the Rowin Noise Gate first. Now this noise gate, and like I said, I've got the stuff over here on the screen to show this. This noise gate has a hard and soft release switch on it. If you start at 0, turn the Rowin Noise Gate on, let's go 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, right there. That stopped it. Okay, and I think that's the hard release. and this is the soft. Do you see the difference? When you turn it on the hard release, as soon as the note stops, the noise stops. If you put it on soft release, it takes about a second to go away. But that is the Rowin Noise Gate. Let's turn on some reverb. Okay, so that's the Rowin Noise Gate that I have. So we're going to shut that off, and we got our noise back. Now let's go to the Kmise Noise Gate. Turn that one on. We're at 7 o'clock, 8, 9, 10. Keep in mind, people, this one was considerably cheaper. 11. There's 3 o'clock. Jeez. Right there. At 5 o'clock. It killed it. That's all the way up. That's maxed out. Plus, this one has a soft release, and there is no option on this one to do a hard or soft release. Yeah. And as you can see, the price of this one, due to the side over here to the right, that's what they cost through Amazon, just like the price of the Noise Gate. The Kmise was considerably cheaper. So that is the two options for this video. My pick is probably going to always be the Rowin, because it has the hard soft option on your release, and the threshold, I only had to turn it up to about 1:30, 2 o'clock to kill all of that high gain noise that I've gotten, and I've really driving it too. Probably the reason why the Kmise is not doing as good of a job. However, I do like the Kmise. It works exceptionally well when it comes to noise, but it's good for the money. If you want to pay just a little bit extra, the Rowin is the way to go. Okay, just for giggles, since I am going through the effects loop on the Line 6 Catalyst, and I do know people that you want to just put the drive in front of the preamp and all of that stuff, but for some reason, because it's got an onboard noise gate, it doesn't really affect it just running these noise gates through the effects loop by themselves. So that's the reason why I run all of it through the effects loop, so you would get an ideal sound from this that will show you what these noise gates can do. I removed the Kmise and added my little Dosley chorus pedal back in, and I was playing around with that, and okay. Let's kill. Okay, we've killed everything but the ultimate drive pedal here. And we can turn the threshold down just a little bit. The noise isn't nearly as bad now. on reverb. Actually pretty cool, pretty cool. Let's shut this off completely. I'll tell you what, let's add an IR cab to this. Let's go. Now there's a little bit of noise. Not a lot. Go up and try a couple more cabs. I mean, we're here, we might as well, you know. Ooh, I like that one. Turn that decay up a little. Oh, listen to that. Let's try the shimmer. It's pretty impressive. And that's the Shootout, ladies and gentlemen, between the Kmise and the Rowin Noise Gates. I wasn't really impressed with this one. It does serve the purpose, but if I was low on cash, I would definitely go for this. This would help out a bunch. However, in extremely high gain situations, this one right here is lacking a little. Not saying that it's not for you, but if you decide to get a noise gate, you got a little bit of that hissing in your headphones or in your amplifier or something, this is probably the way to go if you don't have an onboard noise gate into your amplifier like the Line 6. Most of the time you can run these in front of the amp. We did have to do it through an effects loop. Wasn't crazy about this one. However, I do like the Rowin. The Rowin is definitely the noise gate to have. When I bought that, I actually watched several videos on noise gates, and that one, for the price point, seemed to do exactly what I wanted it to do. And as you heard, it does exceptionally well. I mean, I really do like it for that. And we put some we had a distortion, an overdrive, and a blues driver cranked up, and you heard the noise. It was terrible. And that thing, this one had to be cranked all the way up. The Rowin didn't have to be cranked up to about 2 o'clock, a little over halfway. So as far as noise gates go, there is a purpose for them. It's a good thing to have noise gates, especially if you play high gain stuff. But most of the time, I generally just tell people, dial it back to crunch and then increase the gain knob just a little bit. You'll get a good tone from that. You don't have to have blistering high gains. However, some music does call for that, but there's ways to get around all of that staticky noise that you have to deal with. I wanted to, while I was hooked up through the effects loop of the Line 6, test my other pedals with it, done exceptionally well. I was rather impressed that it sounded, really good. Sounded a lot different going through the effects loop than it did going into the front of the amp. And we were just through the effects loop, you're automatically just preamp, no other adjustments. So, guys, that's all I got for you today. I really appreciate y'all stopping in for this little pedal video and checking it out. I do thank you for stopping in and seeing studios and seeing the old buddy Kmise. We're just hanging out here, jamming out, and just trying new products every day. As always, I pray that you and yours have the most blessed day ever, and I pray that God be with you all. Until next time, later.